Paris looks beautiful in photographs, but its most memorable moments are the ones no photograph can fully capture. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to explore Paris in just one day. Have you ever tried to explore an entire city in just one day? Well, that was basically our plan in Paris. We would begin at the Pantheon, continue towards Notre Dame, and then make our way to the Louvre. After that came the Arc de Triomphe, followed by a relaxing evening beside the Seine. And of course we saved the Eiffel Tower for the end. It was a packed day, but every stop felt completely worth it. But before all of that, our morning began here at our hotel. It was calm, comfortable, and honestly very tempting to stay a little longer. Still, with only one day in Paris, we had no time to waste. Our first destination was the Pantheon. Even on the way, the city kept giving us reasons to look around, the beautiful buildings, the busy streets, and finally, the dome appearing ahead. And then we arrived. The Pantheon looked impressive in photographs, but standing directly in front of it felt completely different. The enormous columns and the dome give the building such a powerful presence, but the sculpture above the entrance was what really caught our attention. The closer we looked, the more details we began to notice. Every figure seemed to have its own expression and story. We stayed here for a little while, simply enjoying our first stop before continuing deeper into Paris. From the Pantheon, we continued towards Notre Dame, and honestly, in Paris, even traveling from one attraction to another feels like part of the experience. Then, through the buildings and the busy traffic, we caught our first glimpse of those familiar twin towers. We had seen Notre Dame so many times in photographs, but recognizing it in front of us was a completely different feeling. We spent a little time outside, simply taking in the view before moving towards our next destination. And from Notre Dame, we continued towards one of the places I was most excited to see, the Louvre. Even before reaching the famous pyramid, the enormous palace surrounding it gives you an idea of just how impressive this place really is. As we entered the courtyard, everything suddenly opened up, and the Louvre pyramid finally appeared in front of us. This was one of those moments when Paris looked exactly the way I had imagined it. The modern glass pyramid standing between the historic buildings creates such an unusual contrast, but somehow, it fits perfectly. We walked around the courtyard for a while, trying to appreciate the scale of the place, and, of course, trying to find the best angle for photographs. The Louvre is not only about the pyramid. Everywhere we looked, there were grand buildings, gardens, sculptures, and beautiful architectural details. It felt less like visiting a single museum and more like walking through an entire historic neighborhood. We did not want to rush, but we still had much more of Paris waiting for us. So, after one final walk through these beautiful corridors, we continued towards our next stop. Just when we thought we were finished with the Louvre, something else across the courtyard caught our attention. For a moment, you might think this is the Arc de Triomphe, but this smaller one is the Arc de Triomphe du Carrousel, and with the evening sun shining through it, it looked even more beautiful. We stopped for a closer look at the sculptures and all those little details that are so easy to miss when you are rushing. But the famous Arc de Triomphe was still waiting for us, so we headed back into the city. Then, somewhere along the way, we heard music and saw a crowd gathering. Naturally, we had to stop and see what was happening. You know those little moments you never planned for? Somehow, they often become the moments you remember most. After enjoying the dance, we continued our journey, and before long, we could finally see our next destination in the distance. The Arc de Triomphe already looked impressive from far away, but the closer we came, the more enormous it seemed. Pictures really do not prepare you for its scale. Standing there, surrounded by the movement and energy of Paris, it felt incredibly powerful. We stayed for a while, enjoying the view, and honestly, we were not quite ready to leave. After enjoying the Arc de Triomphe, there was one more view of Paris we really wanted to experience up close. So we took out our Metro cards and headed underground, this time making our way toward the Seine River. And honestly, after walking around Paris all day, the Metro felt like the best decision we had made. If you have ever explored Paris on foot, you probably understand. But then, through the train window, something suddenly appeared in the distance. The Eiffel Tower. We had already seen it from different parts of the city, but knowing that we were finally getting closer made this view feel completely different. Once we came out of the Metro, we did not even need directions for long. We could simply look up and follow the tower. And then the buildings opened up, and there it was, the Seine River, with the Eiffel Tower standing right beside it. Paris suddenly felt calmer here. Boats were passing, people were relaxing by the water, and for a moment we forgot how tired we were. Have you ever seen a place so many times in photographs that seeing it in real life feels almost unreal? That was exactly how this moment felt. This was the view we had been waiting for all day. We stayed beside the river for a while, watching the boats pass as the evening light slowly changed the entire atmosphere. There was no need to rush anymore. We just walked, looked around, and enjoyed being there. And, of course, when the Eiffel Tower is behind you, taking a few pictures is almost mandatory. The closer we came, the harder it became to fit the entire tower into one frame. Even after seeing it from so many different angles, we still were not tired of looking at it. By the time we reached the Eiffel Tower, golden hour had already begun, and everything around us looked a little more beautiful. We had been moving from one place to another all day, so this time, we decided not to rush. closer we walked, the more difficult it became to understand just how something this enormous was standing right above us. We found a place on the field beneath the tower, sat down for a while, and simply enjoyed being there. No schedule, no next destination, just the evening light, the people around us, and one of the most recognizable views in the world. As the evening continued, we had one more plan. We wanted to take a boat ride on the Seine. But when we reached the boats, we found this enormous line waiting for us. Honestly, would you have waited? After walking around Paris all day, we knew we probably could not. So instead, we sat beside the Seine and listened to people singing nearby. My wife was a little disappointed. She had really been looking forward to the boat ride. And then, of course, a boat passed directly in front of us, which probably did not make her feel any better. We may have missed the boat ride, but somehow, Paris gave us another beautiful memory instead. And just when we thought the evening could not become any more Parisian, two people began dancing right in front of us. By this time, Paris had started becoming dark, but nobody around the Eiffel Tower seemed ready to leave. We had seen the tower throughout the day, but at night, it felt like we were looking at a completely different place. There was music, a huge crowd, and so much energy around us, but everyone seemed to be waiting for the same thing. The Eiffel Tower's sparkling lights. We knew they would begin soon. We just did not know the exact moment. So we stayed, kept looking up, and waited. Honestly, the anticipation made the moment feel even more special. Then we noticed more and more people raising their phones. It felt like the entire crowd knew something was about to happen. The moment the Eiffel Tower began to sparkle, the entire place came alive. People were cheering, smiling, and recording, but mostly, everyone was simply happy to be there. And after waiting for it together, finally seeing those lights in person felt completely worth it. It lasted only a few minutes, but it became one of our favorite memories from Paris. Sometimes, the place is beautiful, but the happiness of the people around you makes the moment even more unforgettable. From our first stop that morning to this sparkling night, Paris gave us a day we will always remember.